Alright guys, welcome back. Now, there is no such thing as a man and a woman being just friends. There is no such thing as your woman having guy friends, right? Her male orbiters, her male friends, right? But he's just a co-worker, he's just a friend. He's not like that. Trust me. Right, have you ever heard that? Girl you've dated, your woman, she told you that. And then she broke up with you, and that's the guy she ends up dating. The one she told you not to worry about. There is no such thing as a straight male who hangs around a beautiful female with the intention of having a platonic relationship. It just doesn't exist. Between a straight man and a straight woman, there is always going to be an element of sexual tension, of attraction on one or both sides, which will always develop. Okay? So, if you have a woman and she's got male friends, it's typically going to be a guy who in the past she liked, didn't work out, and 100% of the time, every one of those male friends do like her. And the reason why she keeps them there is a backup, a break glass in case of emergency. The type of women that keep male friends in backup when they're in a relationship are the women who have deep-rooted insecurities. Okay, they're fearful that the future won't work out. Okay, these women tend to lack dignity and struggle with maintaining their loyalty, right? And she just uses those guys for attention. But there are times when things don't go well, her needs aren't met, she's not happy, she'll break up with you and she'll date that guy temporarily to get over you until a higher value male comes into her life. So understand that women who have these men and in their background are not relationship material. You should never consider a woman that has male friends a long-term partner, because she's bound to break away from you at some point and take it further with one of these guys. So it's a red flag. Now, to break this down, I want to go through a comment from a subscriber who wrote in last week and some things that I've seen from my own life and share it with you guys to kind of drive this home. So let me start with the subscriber. So this guy called Andres, he writes in saying that he wouldn't say that his ex is a rebound, but he's also not certain if it's monkey branching. She was so in love with me 2 weeks just before breaking up, but her insecurities came into play again. It had happened several times. Up and down, breaking up multiple times, not a good sign. But she kept coming back to me almost immediately after pulling away. She was comfortable with you. This time, after 3 years together, she just left me and started dating a friend of hers who had been orbiting for over a year. I truly believe she waited until breaking up with me to hook up with him so that it wouldn't be cheating. But she replaced me no matter what and lied to me about this other guy who she supposedly didn't like. But he's just a friend. Biggest lie ever told. The reality of it all is that she didn't value me enough to stay with me, and I was great to her as long as the relationship lasted. So no matter if it is a rebound or monkey branching, she's definitely not long-term relationship material. So he was with this girl for 3 years, and he obviously had some awareness to know not to trust the male friend. This is why he's calling him an orbiter, right? It's what we call a beta male orbiter, little simp in the background. But that is the reality of the situation. Her needs weren't met, she was comfortable and complacent. She saw no problem in dropping him, and because she already had a sense of, an attachment, some level of comfort and trust in that friend, she broke the glass in this emergency and used him temporarily to get over the breakup, right? Because it typically never lasts with these guys who are in friend zone. which is why they were friends with him in the first place. She may like him somewhat, but the reason why she kept him was because he wasn't good enough. He doesn't have all the qualities she wants in a man, but because this woman doesn't have a level of dignity, loyalty, she will still use that guy temporarily just to settle. So when the next guy comes along that she likes more, she'll go date that guy and drop the friend. So it's just that constant cycle of keeping a guy in backup because she's fearful of being alone, right? And these women, just like Andres said, she's definitely not long-term relationship material. And that is what I really like about his comment. He didn't whine and complain. He accepts the nature of his situation. He's able to look at it for what it is, and he realizes that she's not relationship material. Because she's with him for 3 years, and she has this male friend who she lies to him about, right? Oh, I don't like him, he's just a friend. And then she breaks up with him and she's dating that same guy who she didn't like. When actions speak louder than words, this is the type of person she is. So he's lucky he didn't marry her or have kids or spend any more years with her, because it would have been more difficult. But the good news is Andres has a strong mindset, because once he's seen the situation, he knows she's not relationship material. He just needs to take his time to heal, recover, and move on. And down the road, he'll find someone better. So for Andres and for every guy watching that's single, when you meet a woman, this is something to watch out for. Does she have male friends? Especially the more attractive she is. Right, it's even a bigger red flag. Because there is no such thing as a straight man and a straight woman having a friendship. This is the situation that will always happen. Those guys that are in the background, it's always a guy she previously dated, right? Or a guy she kind of had a fling with. But 100% of the time, it is always a man that likes her. And there are good women out there, right, who do not have male friends. And when you talk to them, get to know them, they will come out and they will confess, look, I don't have male friends. Because when I'm in a relationship, I respect my man. And I'm not going to put myself in a position where other men that like me are hanging around me, are interacting with me. It's rude to my man. That's what a good woman will tell you. This is why you have to look for this when you meet a woman. Because if you start dating and you get carried away with the looks, but, I know she has all these guy friends, but she's just attractive, so I'm going to ignore that. No, this disqualifies her from being exclusive, from being a girlfriend or, having a monogamous relationship. Because a woman like this, when her needs are met, she's not happy, she'll pick out one of those guy friends. She'll give them a shot. So don't be that sucker who gets into an exclusive relationship with a woman who has other men in her life who are just friends. Because she will always hide that from you, right? And the thing is, society will tell you that, hey, if you tell your woman that, hey, I don't like you being friends with Jimmy. I don't understand why you have to always text, Peter from work. Why? Right? You'll be called controlling, jealous, insecure, right? Possessive if you say this stuff. When in reality, what you're really doing is standing up for yourself. And the whole point of having an exclusive relationship is about trust, love, and respect. And as a man, it would never cross your mind to have other females in your life when you have a woman that you love and respect, right? Because you already know you're not going to hang around a woman to be her friend. And other women will know this too. This is why your girl will automatically get jealous if a beautiful woman from work or at the gym or something starts talking to you and hitting on you. Because she knows. But guess what? She also knows about her male friends. She knows why they want to be her friend. But this quality of woman will try and trick you and say, no, that's not true. He doesn't like me. If he tried anything, you would know about it. You have to trust me. I'm not like that. We're just friends. But you see, she won't be friends with the old gardener, right? She won't be friends with, that old guy at work who's, doing paperwork or something like that, who's 60 years old and he's overweight and unattractive. She's not friends with him. He's an acquaintance, right? Right? She's not friends with the old college teacher who's gross and unattractive. Oh, but she's friends with Jimmy, who's the same age as her. What a coincidence. You ask her, well, what do you have in common with this guy? Oh, we like the same movies, or, we listen to the same songs. That's the BS answers you're going to get. Because she will hide the fact from you that he likes her. Because she wants to keep him there, just in case. Almost like a parachute, right? That's really what these guy friends are. They're just parachutes. Your relationship is an airplane that's about to crash. And what do you do when you're on a plane that is heading straight for a mountain? You get a parachute and you jump out. And the parachute is a one-time use, right? It is temporary. It's to get you to land safely. And the moment you land, you take that parachute off and you never use it again. And that is exactly what that guy friend is. Things aren't going well in your relationship, it's going to crash and burn. She's too insecure to deal with a hard fall, pick herself back up and rebuild her life as single. So what does she do? She puts on that beta male, right? She puts on that guy friend. She floats all the way down to safety. And the moment she's okay to walk on her 2 feet, she takes him off and she finds a replacement. That's really all it is. Like Andres said, do not take him seriously. You see, I've seen this too from women that I've been with. I remember when I was in high school, there was a girl I dated for a few months and she had all these guy friends. And I remember feeling very sick in my stomach. Right? I couldn't trust her. I didn't feel comfortable. Again, I was too weak to say anything. But what happened? She ended up breaking up. And with one of the guys who I really didn't trust at all, she always started dating him. Guys, it's all the time. There's no exceptions to this rule. There was another girl I dated casually for a few years back. And on the weekends back then I would play football for a few Americans watching soccer. And one of the guys approached me after the game and he told me, hey Christian, I heard you're dating so-and-so. And I'm thinking, how the hell does he know? I haven't told anyone. This guy was this girl's BFF, her best friend, her best guy friend, right? And he told me, listen, I just wanted to say I hope everything goes well with her. You're really lucky because, I like her, but she friend-zoned me. And yeah, man, just, good luck. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, isn't that interesting? Her best friend is a guy. And the next time I saw her, I told her, hey, I saw him and football and, he told me that you guys are best friends. I didn't know that. And she told me, oh yeah, he's so nice. He's just a friend. Don't worry. He's a really sweet guy. He hasn't tried anything. Of course, I didn't tell her that I knew that he liked her. Because at that point, I already knew. Clearly, she's aware. Because guys, women always know. Right? Beautiful women have been hit on since they were little kids by older creepy guys. When she's at the gym, when she's at volleyball practice or dancing classes, or she's walking her dog, or she's at the beach, or she's at the shopping mall, or she's, walking down the street to get a coffee. She gets hit on, catcalled, creeped out by men all the time. Even when she was at school or college, old creepy teacher, right? Beautiful women always get hit on by men. And they know from a very early age, it is impossible that any straight man is going to interact with her with the sole purpose of being her friend. She knows the guy puts himself in friend zone because he's too scared to ask her out, but she can feel it. She knows what he's after. But she will use that against him and kind of string him along with that friendship in the hopes that one day he'll get a shot with her. And sometimes these guys do get a shot. Just what happened to Andres. 3 years with his girl. She breaks up with him and dates the same guy who was just a friend. Gave him a shot. So when you're in a relationship and you tell your woman, hey, I don't see why you need to be friends with Jim. I know he likes you. I'd appreciate if you cut him off. What's that woman going to turn around and say? No. He's my friend. I'm not giving up my friend for you, for a boyfriend. You know why? Because she knows he's not just a friend. And when a woman has these male friends, you bet she doesn't respect you. She doesn't look up at you and see you as an alpha male, as the guy she really wants. And she herself has issues, she most likely settled for you, which is why she kept all those other guys orbiting around her like she's the sun and they're the planets. And they depend on her, right? That's exactly what she's doing. Guys, don't fall for it. Yeah, even when I was younger, right? I used to, get friend zoned when I was like 13, 14. And I'd put myself around girls because I liked them, but I was too scared to say anything. But you get older, you grow out of that. Like 15 or so, I had some girlfriends that kind of liked me, and I friended them. But I stopped all of that. I don't have female friends. As I got older, late teens to my early 20s, no female friends, because I know it's impossible. It does not work. Especially when I'm in a relationship, I don't have female friends. I have my girl, that's it. Because I know, as a man, if a woman's around me, I know what she's after. Which is why, for me, I can see with my girl, she doesn't have male friends. Because I've gone through it, I've seen what happens, and I know it doesn't work. And the women that have male friends and they keep them in backup are not relationship material. In fact, another ex I had, this girl, she had some serious flaws. And she had all these female friends who cheated on their boyfriends, were always out drinking and partying, which are all red flags that I've talked about. Again, happened to me. And one day she called me up and said, I'm going out with my girlies and we're going partying. And just to let you know, we met this guy and, he invited us back to his place with all his friends to have this big party. I'm not going to have any signal tonight, but I'm just letting you know, so I'll chat to you soon. I was still beta. I was still too scared to say anything. But, I accepted it, right? Right. And a few weeks later, when I went to see her, I was hanging out with her. Her phone buzzed. And it was that guy who she met. And I'm thinking, why does she even have his phone number? So I said, how come you have his phone number? Oh, well, we exchanged numbers. And then he said like, hey, happy birthday. Hope you have a great day. Because I think it was her birthday then. And he actually used her name as a nickname. Now, what people in the world use a nickname when they refer to you? Only people that are close to you. Only people that really know you well, right? Because most people like to be called by their name. Very few people get called by a nickname. And if you have just met someone and you have no connection to, you aren't going to call them by a nickname. For example, my name is Christian. I love to be called Christian. It's my name. However, there are a few people in my life which I give them permission to call me Chris. My brother, my best friend, Joseph. The only two people that call me Chris. Everybody else calls me Christian. You see, guess what? I've known Joseph for 6 years. And of course, my brother's my brother. So I'm looking back with all the stuff I know now. I look at that ex and I already knew what was going on. So he's calling you a nickname. You have his number saved. You went to that party. Oh yeah. And to top it all off, I did say to her, how come he's calling you a nickname? And she told me, oh, because I said, if you don't know him, why is he calling you this? Oh, I forgot. I knew him a year before, but I just kind of forgot about it. How the hell do you forget about meeting someone when you're young? What, do you have Alzheimer's that when you're 19, 20, all these years back then, right? That's what I was thinking to myself, right? I'm sure some people get Alzheimer's when they're young, but I mean, come on. That's a stretch, right? That's just not a coincidence there. Yeah, and I already knew what was going on. Which with all these reasons and with others, we ended up walking away, right? It wasn't right to stay with a woman like that. So, guys, do not be fooled. There is no such thing as a man hanging around a woman to be friends. And even if your woman has a guy friend and she swears to you, but listen, he's just a friend. Just remember why it's wrong. Number one, she knows that he likes her. What does that mean? If he has physical attraction, the friendship he has is based on a lie. It's fraud. It's fake. It's deception. It's manipulation. Because the second she gave him a chance, he would drop that fake mask of a friendship and he'd be smiling and happy and ready to go. That is why it is wrong. And that is why it is disrespectful for your woman to have male friends when she's in a relationship with you. But I will tell you this, it's not your job to change anyone in this life. Okay? I'm a big proponent of freedom and you should respect everybody's freedom. If that's the woman she is, you walk away. Let some other guy deal with that, or until maybe one day, for whatever reason, she matures and cuts that behavior out. Because there is good women out there that do not do that. They have female friends, right? Healthy females interact with other females, right? Sisterhood, right? The same way us men, we have other males in our life, other masculine men, and we have friendships with them. Because there is no sexual desire with our guy friends, with our mates. Therefore, you can truly have a platonic friendship. That's what it's about, guys. So, be very careful with that, right? And your choice in this situation is to leave. You can choose to stay, but eventually she will leave you for this guy friend or for another guy friend she makes later on, right? Just a friend. And then you'll be forced to make the choice to leave. Or you're just going to sit there and just beg her back like a beta male until you can't do that no more. And you come over here to one of my videos and go, shit, I should have listened to him. So for you guys that just start dating and there's a woman, she's got all these guy friends, right? And she starts to build an attachment with you and she tells you, oh, I want you to be my boyfriend. I want to be exclusive with you. You sit her down and say, listen, you want to be in a relationship with me? You drop those guy friends. And she'll turn around to you and say, I'm not doing that. Then you tell her, then we can keep dating casually, but we ain't going to have nothing serious. Guys, you have to stand up for yourself. And this is a topic that isn't really spoken about. A lot of guys just accept that their woman has male friends. But your girl will tell you, a good woman, and especially if she's beautiful and she's honest with you, she will tell you, listen, I've always been hit on by guys. There's not one man who's interacted with me wanting to be my friend. Deep down, you know that's the truth. So if she's got male friends, don't be played for a fool, right? Because if you stay in that relationship and she does end up leaving you, you were warned. You knew what was coming, right? It's funny. You know, if you have a girl and she has one of these male friends, you try telling her, listen, I don't like you hanging out with Jimmy. I know this guy likes you. I'd like you to block him and never contact him again. And I bet you 9 out of 10 times, she's going to look at you and say, I'm not doing that. And you tell her, I bet you that he likes you. And she'll say, well, that's not true. Then you tell her, okay, since you're just friends with him, and friends love to joke and be playful and have fun, why don't you play a prank on Jimmy? Why don't you phone him up right now on loudspeaker and as a joke, to see his reaction, say, hey Jimmy, I just broke up with my boyfriend. I'm feeling really lonely tonight. And I've always liked you and I want to give you a chance. Would you like to come over? And you watch what he says. Because I guarantee you that guy's only going to say one thing, which is this. Oh wow, I've been waiting a long time for this moment. I'd love to meet up. When can we do it? You know why? Because that was his intention from the day one. He started orbiting, right, around your girlfriend. And she knows it. And because that's the truth, she will tell you, I'm not calling him. I don't need to prank him and say that. And you know what you tell her? Good riddance. And you take some time to be single, to heal, to build your life up again, right? And then when you're ready, you find a woman who doesn't have guys flying around her, giving her attention, who doesn't have break glass in case of emergency, who doesn't have parachutes, who has healthy self-esteem, who values loyalty in a relationship. So this is what I'm going to say on this, guys. Not just from what I've seen from my own life, from what happened to Andres, but I've coached plenty of guys who, reach out to me all the time, telling me about similar situations, right? Oh, she had all these male friends and she cheated on me with one of them, right? Or with a co-worker. And I've gone through some of these emails on YouTube videos. Especially if you go through my monkey branching videos, you'll find that I've gone through their cases to share with you guys. It is a massive red flag if she's got guy friends, right? So don't waste your time with that, right? You'll find that there's women out there that they know full well what guys want. So what do? They don't have other guys in their life other than the man they are dating. And those women are going to be much higher quality. And it's something to look for, right? So with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a like. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below your situations or send me an email, which will be in the description. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this, all right? Have a great weekend. See you all in the next one.